your name, man? E-Watts. Shout out to LB and Microphone Man that couldn't make it with us. Welcome to another edition of I Don't Know Who Responsible. Yeah, go stream that before we get started, all right? Musically Amps, you different. Talk. So we're talking about attachment styles. Do you know your attachment style? You know? And let's get into it, you know? Oh. Hey. Yeah, y'all gotta go stream that. You got to. But anyway, let's get into the attachment styles. You know, for those who don't know out there, you know, if you don't know your attachment styles, I'm about to do it semi real quick because y'all ain't about to ruin my Friday, right? So, first of all, there's 4 types of attachment styles, you know, from what I know of. You got your dismissive avoidant, you got your fearful avoidant, you got your anxious attached, right? You also have your, let's see, we have what else behavior? Okay, it's another one. Anxious attachment and secure attachment, okay? Anxious attachment, secure attachment, dismissive avoidant, and fearful avoidant. So, all these work different, you know what I'm saying? Attachment styles, you might be dating somebody who has an avoidant attachment style or secure attachment style, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the anxious type, you know, they usually, you know, they traits are like, you know, they need to be close, you know what I'm saying? They fear of people leaving them, you know, they must prove their worth. And, yeah, pretty much like, you know, if they pull away, something is wrong. Most definitely, you know what I'm saying? They overthink and shit like that and you know, get attached quickly type, all right? So we're gonna go straight down the line. So we have the secure attached, okay? Now secure attached, it means right what it says. You're secure, you know what I'm saying? You're good, you know what I'm saying? They are worthy of love. Others, you know, will show up for me. You know, relationships feel safe, you know. They communicate openly, you know what I'm saying? They can set boundaries without fear and they don't play games, you know? Handles conflict with maturity, all right? So this goes for men and women too, by the way, men and women, right? Now let's get into the avoidant attachment. The avoidant attachment. And these attachments I definitely know about because, well, you know, I witnessed it myself, you know what I'm saying? So, but we ain't gonna get into all that. So the avoidant attachment, they're the ones who, you know, they retreat, you know, they crave, you know what I'm saying, love and independence, but fear losing control or being vulnerable, you know. They often, you know, keep their distance and to protect themselves. Now, you know, they also believe in love, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, they're better off relying on themselves. You know, closeness feels like a trap to them almost, you know. So, you know, people will disappoint them and stuff like that. But they also says their behaviors in relationships, all right? They pull away when things get too close. But they won't love. So these avoidant types right here, you gotta watch out for. Also, for real, seriously, because it is deep. All right, so they suppress emotions, so they're not gonna give you your emotions that you need. You know, like a regular person, like, hey, baby, you know, what's up? You know, let's talk. No, they ain't gonna do all that. They might in the beginning, but that seems to, you know, go out the door. All right, they need a lot of alone time, so you got to get used to avoidance. Like if you're in a relationship with them, yeah, they will need their alone time. If you ain't living with them, you might not hear from them for 2 weeks. I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know, if you're not living with an avoidant, when they need their alone time, you better give them their alone time. It's gonna feel weird as hell too. You're gonna be like, what the fuck, you know? For real, man. Let's see. They need to live alone. Let's see. They avoid labels or deep conversations. You know, they may seem cold, but it's just, you know, them protecting themselves. And, you might be dating somebody like that out there right now. So, um, yeah, that's kind of a hard of a relationship. I know it can be, like, seriously. All right, so the fearful avoidance now. Okay, their style a mix of wanting love deeply but fearing it intensely. You know, they push and pull, wanting cleanliness, no, closeness, but panicking when it arrives. So they like, it's all good in the honeymoon phase, but then after that, as soon as it starts to get a little close, pew, something in their nervous system makes them like shut down. You feel me? So they want connection, but they feel it's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? If you get too close, they'll get hurt. If you stay for a while, they'll feel abandoned. And their behavior, problems in their relationship is hot and cold behavior, strong fear of rejection and intimacy. Trauma often plays a role. Bonding feels unsafe, even when they care. And they are hard to predict emotionally. So you won't never know what's wrong with an avoidant. They like to keep everything pretty much to themselves. Like they pretty much keep everything to themselves. Like they very independent. So for the male going with the female avoidant, bruh, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Cause I don't know if you felt the disconnect sometimes, and then you wonder what's wrong, and then you ask, and then they say nothing, but still like they suppress their emotions, right? They suppress their emotions. So, they just, I dated an avoidant, okay? And I didn't even know she was an avoidant until I had to figure out what the hell was going on, because I was like, this ain't normal. And that's what it's gonna feel like. It's gonna feel like it ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're an anxious type, trying to go with an avoidant. I mean, y'all are compatible because both of y'all want love and intimacy or whatever like that, but one runs away and one chases, right? So, you've been the anxious type, you're going to, they're gonna pull away because they fear love, right? And as an anxious type, it's up to you. You're gonna feel in your heart like you're gonna try to fix it, right? And solve and see what's going on. So you're getting closer and they're pulling away. And they will sabotage a relationship. They will sabotage a relationship, like quick, just to get away. Not meaning they don't love you, not meaning they don't care, but they will sabotage a relationship. And they do it in a way to where you feel like you're losing your damn mind, even though you ain't did nothing. Seriously, even though you ain't did nothing. That's how bad they need their space when they feel like their nervous system can't hold the capacity of feeling loved or feeling emotional. They just can't. They try to, they want to, but they just can't for some odd damn reason. And y'all might want to go look that stuff up after this, and learn more about your attachment styles for real, because, you don't know who you're dating, right? You don't know you're dating. You're wondering why he's running away, and you're like, dang, I can't get him, like, he was cool in the beginning, or she was cool in the beginning, but dang, everything changed, because that's them just pretty much discarding you. And avoidance also are prone to be narcissists too, all right? They really are. Because the dynamic of them both do the same thing, you know what I'm saying? They love you one moment, maybe, and then they discard you the next moment. So, anything could trigger them, especially closeness, and then they come back. So avoidance come back too as well, after the discard and stuff like that. So, you can't criticize them. They feel criticized, that's a trigger. Feeling controlled, that's a trigger. Feeling responsible for someone's happiness, that's a trigger. So it ain't gonna be like no gratification every time. So you might come in the room, you might be having your best outfit on. They might say, They're very vague, you know what I'm saying? Very short, very secretive. They really are. But you love this person though, so you're gonna stick it out with them and try to figure out what is going on, because you know something is wrong and it ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? They will, you know, just vulnerability, guys. You know what I'm saying? Conversation about the relationship, you can just go on and forget that. Don't even ask they ass. Don't even ask them, yo. Do not ask and avoid them. Nothing about no relationship. It better be, see, the thing is about them is like, you really have to pretty much be on their accord. And they don't even see it like that, but pretty much that's what it is. If you're gonna date and avoid them, I'm gonna tell you this right now, you better have a strong mind and be okay with them in and out your life constantly, like constantly. And they don't like to look like the bad guy. So if they need to discard or leave, they will come up with a scenario or take something that don't even make sense and try to gaslight it. And that way they have something, because they will feel guilty. They do it because they feel bad anyway, you know what I'm saying? But they don't know how to suppress their emotions, right? So they ain't gonna wanna feel like the bad guy, because that's the last thing they wanna do. So they will flip it on you and make you feel like you did something wrong when you didn't do nothing wrong. And you can look this up on my plan, like for real. And the only way avoidance can get help is through like really going to therapy, because they've been doing this thing for so long, they just so accustomed to it. It's the norm for them, you know what I'm saying? So unless they get therapy or whatever, and if you're dating an avoidant type, you know, you're gonna lose your damn mind, because it's gonna feel like somebody's playing with you. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, damn, man, But eventually they will discard you, and it could be anywhere from 3 to 6 months, and then they'll come back like nothing fucking happened. I promise you, they will come back like nothing happened. And you got to give them space. So if you're dating an avoidant and you notice this, and you ain't living with your girl or your man, and you don't see them for like 2 or 3 weeks, and you call them, they don't answer the phone, or they vague, you know what I'm saying? Because in the beginning, they gonna reel you in. They gonna reel you in because that's what they like. They like validation. They're kind of like people pleasers, but not people pleasers. But in the beginning, and then when their nervous system feels the love, pew, gone. All right, you ain't gonna know what hit you. I promise you. So I'm just reiterating that for you guys about these attachment styles. Now, the anxious attached, y'all gotta sit the fuck back too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't be chasing and shit like that. You can't be chasing. You know what I'm saying? I've done that before. You know, and that don't get you nowhere, because once you chase an avoidant, especially if your partner is an avoidant, it's only gonna make it worse. It's only gonna make it worse. Now, being that if you do just sit back and be like, all right, she needs her space, bruh, it might be 2 weeks, it might be 3 weeks, it might be a month, it's shit. These avoidance, dog, you never know with them, bro. Never know. And don't let them have like a little side thing. You will know, you know what I'm saying? They will, if they know that, they're like the monkey branch, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Because every new person feels new, and they don't have the vulnerability and the love yet. So it's like starting all over, pretty much, right? It's pretty much like starting over. So you gotta look for them. They will set this shit up. You won't even see it coming. They'll be already emotionally out the relationship before it even happened. You know what I'm saying? So just a little food for thought if you're dating and avoiding out there. Yeah, okay. And feel free to look up this information after this segment, because you just need to know. Because I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what the hell, attachment who? She better love me, I better love the attachment who? No, I didn't know nothing about that, but it's a life experience, it's a learning experience. I think people don't went through it, I ain't the only one. They just got pretty much, it's going like like the word narcissism went, you know what I'm saying, that you're like, oh, everybody's a narcissist. No, everybody's not a narcissist. But these attachment styles do exist, and you can probably see some of these traits in your partner right now. But that don't mean break up with them or nothing like that. Just, you know. But at avoidance, like, there's no hope with no avoidant. I'm just going to let you know that right now. If you're dating an avoidant, you just better be friends with them, because at the end of the day, they are going to discard you and leave. Period. It's just period. And you're never going to know when they come back. I'm telling you. They might not come back. I'm just saying, that's how they are, for real, seriously. But yeah, guys, if y'all have any questions, you know, if you are dating someone out there, what's their attachment style, what's they like, especially the avoidance. If you think you're dating an avoidant, comment below, you know. And yeah, I'm out this piece. Make sure y'all go follow Art by E. Watts. Make sure y'all go follow us, subscribe to us on YouTube. You know, we're just getting along with this journey right now, so, you know, just support us, you know. LB, Microphone Mike, I see you guys out there. Wake y'all ass up. Y'all ain't even sleep anyway. But anyway, yeah, guys, go follow Vintage High Clothing. Go stream Musically Amped.